Testing. Okay. That's registering. Hmm. Okay. So, it seems that at some point the audio dropped. But I'm not sure why. So apologies for the disjointed commentary. Should be fine now. That was very strange. I wonder, why did that change? It might actually be because I had to unplug my headset yesterday and plug it back in. I wonder if that killed the audio, because it was just set up to default rather than to. It could have been from the start. I could have sworn that it was registering at the very beginning, though. So I'm going to keep this window up, I guess. Dang, now I wish I had 3 monitors. Can't keep track of the chat, the OBS, and the game all at the same time. Well, this is going to make for an awkward upload. Ugh. Well, I'm glad it's working now, at least. But yeah, dang. Well, we got it back just in time for the hag.
Her knowledge of horticulturalism and its role in various arcane practices impressed me greatly. My licentious impulse gave way to a genuine professional respect, and together we began to plant, harvest, and brew. There is method in the wild corruption here. It bears a form both wretched and malevolent.
Wow, interesting layout. The hag is right there. I've never seen a boss room that could be approached from 2 different sides before. What a layout. We have a new type of maggot. Twitching maggot.
Fiend.
Yay.
Another abomination cleansed from our lands.
I'll just, systematically execute them.
Back to the pit.
Nailed it.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Some moderate loot to start. Another empty room. Another scout. Not a lot of opposition on the way, it seems. Just going through a casual walk through the woods.
Nature herself, a victim to the spreading corruption, malformed with misintent.
I'm not even sure why I lit up a torch back there. I guess for the scout chance? Emerald emeralds are nice. Two 90%ers. Let's go with Ainir. Light that torch back up just so I can get the scout chance on entering this room. Nope, no good. Glad I brought all these shovels. Holy jeez. There's another one back here too. And now there's a shallow grave. We're gonna dig that up. Ah. Actual enemies like halfway through the dungeon. Can you believe it? Let's stun this guy. Or not. Let's bleed this guy. There we go. We'll give him the old Marky move. And next turn, Ainir's going to he's gonna cut him so bad. He's gonna wish Ainir didn't cut him so bad. Minus to bleed resist. Slightly out of position, but that's okay.
Their cursed champion falls.
12-point heal on herself. Oh right, he only has the single target attack. Oh well, that's fine.
The slow death, unforeseen, unforgiving.
Bleeds everywhere. I don't think I particularly care about either of these trinkets, but that's a lot of gold. So we will dispose of... I guess this key. And now we can go either direction. Let's see, 5, 5, and 4, or 4, 2, and 4. 4, 2, and 4 is the faster route. So that's the route I'm going to take. Wow! No, we brought 4 shovels.
In Radiance, may we find victory.
We used 4 shovels. This is why I always overstock on shovels. Might not be necessary, but it is safe. 2 fights to the boss.
A fortune waiting to be spent.
It's not a fortune waiting to be spent. It's literally a single torch. It's worth 5 gold for bringing it back. Okay. So this is a new friendly face. The Chevalier, which is a veteran level bloodsucker. Doesn't show up except in veteran and beyond missions. This guy is a huge threat. He deals a ton of damage, and he has substantial bleeds and stuns. He's awful. Nobody likes him. He has no friends, and he should feel bad about himself. So, obviously, he must go down first. Five damage. Okay. We'll have him dead next turn.
Such a terrible assault cannot be left unanswered.
Ainir's already cursed, so that's fine. Doom doesn't get the curse. Oh yeah, the Chevalier also doesn't. Ow! Okay, we avoided the stuns, but we did take minus 40 dodge. The Chevalier actually can't spread the curse, unlike many of these, unlike literally every other Bloodsucker we've encountered thus far, except for the Crocodilian. Crocodilian cannot spread the curse either. Crocodilian and the Chevalier both cannot spread the curse.
Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles.
Get that guy out of here. In the face. Alright, that's dead next turn. And some healing. Ow!
Reeling, about to break. Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Wow, after all those hits Doom's taken, I really would have thought she'd have picked up the curse by now, but she totally didn't. And I'm not gonna be too sad about that. Alright, that's gonna be a bleed out.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
Nevex is keeping the party up, Amdir keeping the bugs squished.
A death by inches.
Cool. Spare change. We have a ridiculous amount of food. Okay. I guess I'm going to scout past the boss room? Sure. So what we're going to do is we're going to pop out. We're going to fight this fight. And then we're going to back up into this room, and then we're going to camp. That way, this opposition will be cleared out, and we'll have a nice, straight, clean path to the boss. And we'll be fully rested after a camp. I didn't think that was going to work, but I was hoping.
Decimated.
Wow, that was a fair amount of stress relief. We'll try to take out the commands first.
Annihilated.
Cool. I told you, I'm really digging Aenir as our bounty hunter. It's very destructive. Uh-oh. Oh, right, she's also already cursed, so that's fine. Beat this to death? Beat this to death.
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms.
Can't be stunned, so we'll just pull some health out of that, get some stress healed. And
Press
pound.
disadvantage. Give them no quarter.
We got an invitation. But we already have 10? So I'm going to say we don't need this one. Okay, that hallway is now clear. So we will have a nice camp. Slumber
A
party.
moment of respite. A chance to steel oneself against the coming horrors.
I always feast if I can, because it provides stress relief. Like, we didn't need any manner of healing or anything like that, but some stress relief at the cost of food is very nice. Self only minus 50 stress. That seems okay. Alright. Do I want to prevent the nighttime ambush? Let's consider our other options first. Because I'd really like to do a planned takedown. Therapy dog would be 7, 8, 9, 10, and we'd have 2 left over for something straightforward. So yeah, we're going to risk a nighttime ambush. Planned takedown of the hag. We'll unleash the therapy dog. Actually, only 10 stress? Accuracy and dodge. Forget it. We will prevent the nighttime ambush. I don't feel like I particularly critically need anything else, so...
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
We'll just sleep in safety instead, and that's fine by me. Cool. 40% too. Huh. Wait a second. Oh, that is 115% bleed resist. Okay.
The light, the promise of safety.
And we'll go in at 100% torch. And we still have the dog treats for this fight. Good thinking, me.
Twisted and maniacal. A slathering testament to the powers of corruption.
Indeed. 120% stun resist. Well, she ain't getting stunned.
The blood quickens.
I dig it. Holy Flippin' Cows in the chat wrote, a Seeker, Leper, Hellion, Highwayman, and a Vestal all walk to a hag's barbecue. They all become seasoned veterans. It's a joke. Oh my gosh. I want our Houndmaster back. Heh. Seasoning. He had minus damage and accuracy. I do have some medicinal herbs still, though. Oop.
Ringing ears. Blurred vision. The end approaches.
Get me out of this infernal cookpot.
Mortality
Ow!
clarified in a single
Stop
strike.
critting with meat tenderizer. It's annoying. I gotta heal. That was a better result. Okay. Whew. Let's see if we can hit her with some debuffs. Nice. Vexus goes to 1. Jim goes back in the stew. But that hag's not going to be long enough, or around long enough
The wood is
to.
still poisoned. The way is still blocked, but less people will be eaten.
And we just got our second blueprint. I'm just gonna check really quick. Combat, okay. I should say we earned our first blueprint. We got one previously, like week 10 or something. But that one we earned. And we have our first level 4 characters. Aenir and Doom. Doom's got the worries. And Amdir has rabies. And after being thrown in that pot, Nabexis has claustrophobia. She has had enough of that, thank you very much.
In truth, I cannot tell how much time has passed since I sent that letter.
We're actually not going to treat the worries because we have Lash's Cure. So next time Doom goes on a medium or longer mission, we can just get rid of that for free using a camping skill. Okay. Level 4 is Master. 2 characters that are masters of their craft. Not particularly interested in having another Crusader. We've got Nick and Gangspanked. That should be fine for now. We did get the Martyr's Seal, though. So we're going to do that. Get that death blow resistance almost to cap. Cap is 87%. You cannot have more than 87% death blow resist. I know it doesn't tell you, but I've tried to make a flagellant with 100% death blow resist. You can't do it. I mean, it is possible just based off of like straight numbers. Because you can have a flagellant who's unyielding, that would put you up to 83. This trinket would put you up to 95, and then you equip the Eternity Collar. So you could definitely get Deathblow to 100% if there wasn't a cap. But there is. There's always that risk of death. So yeah, right now, I think what's going to end up holding us back is lack of blacksmith upgrades. Should not have taken this level, but we're going to try to get this up. And I'm actually going to increase this because armor smithing gives you survivability, and survivability is important. Swine King. So we have some level 4s, which is nice for the farmstead. The farmstead would be best for Doom. Courtyard would be best for Aenir. And the reason is Aenir is cursed. And if you have the curse, from what I've learned, the curse is not great to bring to the farmstead because you have to bring blood. And that's an inventory slot that you could otherwise have for yourself. And the courtyard, you want to bring people that are already cursed. You can, of course, bring people that aren't cursed, but they'll get cursed, like 100%, because everything in here is a bloodsucker. Just enjoying some delicious orange juice. Just chock full of vitamin C. Just checking out what sorts of goodies we can pull out of these locations. It doesn't look like I want to do any of these veteran quests. I don't particularly like any of the rewards that much. So I think we're just going to do a short cove. Grab a little bit of experience here. I want to make this a rank 2 Vestal. Actually, let's try a purely offensive Vestal, because that sounds ridiculous. And then we'll bring some cows. Jared needs stress healing. Probably should have noticed that sooner. We'll send Jared in for drinks. And then... Calaphalis and Otleo in the back. Do I have any better trinkets? Not for a Plague Doctor, no. And then Anti-Eldritch, Bleed stuff, and no trinkets here. Let's go to Speedstone and Damage Stone? Sure. Speedstone, Damage Stone. Seems cool. What? I feel like I'm looking at a bug here. This says plus 10% damage, minus 10 dodge. This says plus 5 dodge quirk. Excuse me? Mysterious. We do need to level up some of these skills, though, before we head out. And probably buy some new armor. Not for this person, though. Fully flipping cows. Got that resilient glaive. And Calaphalis is badly in need of upgrades. Two. 1, 2, 3, and vapors. Cows. It's all that good stuff. And Ormond is fine. Okay, provisions are half off, which is nice. This is a short cove. We're gonna next the holy water, I think. That seems fine. Wow, a whole party of people without the Crimson Curse? That's unusual, and probably won't last for the duration of this dungeon.
The smell of rotting fish is almost unbearable.
Explore 90% of rooms. Okay. We'll start with a northerly trek.
Another mariner, another misfortune.
Again, how that mariner managed to get their ship stuck in the cove at a 90-degree angle. It's beyond me, but I feel like it took a little more than misfortune for that to happen. I feel like maybe...
Glittering gold, trinkets and baubles. Paid for in blood.
I feel like maybe he was just bad at his job. honestly more than a little curious what the logistics would be involving getting your ship shoved into a small, you know, it's a cove. It's literally a cave at a 90-degree angle. Like if your ship was just in a cave, that's fine. But it's, you know, it's not in the water. You got it on land somehow. I'm just curious how and why.
Obliterated. Death waits for the slightest lapse in concentration.
See, Holy Flippin' Cow says, maybe a storm that swelled the water level at the time and it got stuck. See, that's...
Great is the weapon that cuts on its own.
That's great is the weapon that cuts on its own. That's what I was kind of thinking. But at the same time, there's a lot of ships in here. Like, a lot of ships. Like, was the Royal Fleet out and they just got picked up and just slammed into the cove? Was there a boat party that I wasn't informed about? There's a boat party in the backstory? I wasn't invited?
A death by inches.
Plus, they're all the same ship. Was there a sale? There's just a sale on this one particular brand of ship? Buy one, get a fleet free? Because I gotta be honest, I would be in on that sort of deal. I wouldn't buy the ship, of course. Somebody else would have to buy the ship, but I'll take one of the free ones. No problem. Piece of cake.
Continue the onslaught.
Destroy them all.
And just like that, we're out of shovels. Let's see, blights. Nice, I overcame the 80% resistance. That's no good.
Decimated.
Down. Ooh, resisted. Very nice. Good job, Leo. Great. Bonk? Bonk.
Their formation is broken. Maintain the offensive.
Eight-point crit and pulled my blade off. Sure thing, Chief.
Slowly, gently. This is how a life is taken.
Well, nobody got the Crimson Curse in this fight. That's crazy. I'm like 90% sure I'm about to eat my words. This thing's just gonna dodge, and it's gonna hit me with the curse. Then I'm gonna be like, oh jeez. It's gonna be awful.
Remind yourself that overconfidence is a slow and insidious killer.
You don't have to worry about that, narrator. No overconfidence here. Pull up play grenade. It's just so good. It's fun. Nice. And give them the old
Advantage. Give them no quarter.
tentacle high five. I like calling it that. Tentacle high five. I could light up a torch here, but alternatively, I could not light up a torch here.
The slow death. Unforeseen. Unforgiving.
I can just do this instead. More healing. I don't feel like I'm under a lot of pressure from these guys, so...
As the fiend falls, a faint hope blossoms. Confidence surges as the enemy crumbles. A trifling victory, but a victory nonetheless.
I actually really want to take this shovel, because I think it's going to be worth something. Bandage. Toss a bandage. Take deeds, because we really want deeds. And we'll lose the onyx.
Wealth beyond measure, awarded to the brave and the foolhardy alike.
Yep. We got a fight behind us. More bloodsuckers. Hello, Kenny area code. You have 5 digits. I assume it's an area code. It's almost definitely not, but... yeah. Shovels, pretty good, especially when you run out of shovels and you're only less than halfway through the dungeon. And in the cove. They're particularly valuable in the cove. Because you see a lot of shipwrecks, and you also see clams / oysters. I should really start paying more attention to that, but I honestly just don't think I am at this point. I'm past that point now. I've given up. It's like, how many licks does it take to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop? The world may never know. Is it a clam or an oyster? May never know. In fact, we will deliberately never know. We will make an effort to not know. Still no Crimson Curse out here. Also, I totally forgot there was a gatekeeper here. Some of the characters wear gloves. The Plague Doctor wears gloves. The Vessel wears gloves. The Hellion doesn't, but that's because she's an uncivilized brute with no respect for anything. And the Occultist doesn't because, you know, tentacles. Mostly tentacles.
Annihilated.
Cool, I outran the Gatekeeper.
Success so clearly in view. Or is it merely a trick of the light?
I actually didn't know that invitation stacked.
The match is struck. A blazing star is born.
See, we encountered one right there. Was it a clam? Was it an oyster? I don't know. I didn't bother to check. I just saw it. I shoved a shovel in its mouth and moved on. Oh, we got some extra food as loot. How delightful. Going without a fight for a while, that's fine by me. There's a couple of backpacks lying around here. Again, nobody likes citrine. And if you think you like citrine, I have some bad news for you. Nah!
Ambushed by foul invention.
We're gonna burn off those debuffs. Those debuffs are pretty harsh. Nice scout check. Lets me know exactly when to light up these torches. Ooh, we got coral. I think I'm gonna burn off Calapholus's last negative quirk. Coral is nice. Sea maggot. Not like those other maggots.
Well struck.
Maggot of the sea. It's like chicken of the sea, but much worse. Still get the buff on that though, so that's cool. That guy's gonna blight out, so cool. And oh, that is Eldritch. Interesting. 29% chance to crit that thing.
Back to the pit.
Nice. That was a really good opening round. Kenny says, be sure to eat what you kill, Circle of Life. I actually had that debate in an earlier stream with mostly myself, as to whether or not it would be okay to make bacon out of the swine men. And we came to the very decisive conclusion of maybe. Maybe. Probably want to, check it for poison first. E. coli, all that. Ooh, boy howdy. We'll be back for you. Well, so he's asking if it's possible to eat not possible and like a good idea to eat the half men. So the thing is, the half fishmen were previously men who became fish. So I would say that's not okay. I would say that would 100% count as cannibalism. But the pigmen, the Warrens predate the estate. So I think that the pigmen maybe didn't exist previously, like in their current form, but possibly existed down there previously. So I would say that they're probably not human, which would make it a little bit more okay. That said, I still don't think I would personally, like given the option in my current situation, I don't think I would eat something that I previously knew as a pig man. But if I lived in this hamlet and everything was just terrible all the time, I think I might be a little more inclined to do so.
Cursed champion falls. As victories mount, so too will resistance.
It seems that they're at least moderately intelligent. Like, I don't know if they can communicate, but I mean, like, the cultists are obviously just humans, but you know, they wield weapons. They have a sense of tool use, and that goes for the pigmen as well. So I would have to say that they're at least as intelligent as apes. And we know that we can teach apes to be able to communicate with us. So they're definitely sentient, obviously, and they're probably sapient. Which, you know, again, would cause some concern for me eating them. But then that gets into you know, oh, my torchlight is down. I should fix that. I'm doing too much talking. You know, is it okay to consume something that is in fact sapient? You know, because in general we rather look down on eating our fellow man, which I agree with. I think that would be weird. But would you eat something that was not your fellow man, but was as smart as your fellow man?
Seize this momentum. Push on to the task's end.
And yes, a lot of them have eldritch stuff going on. Which is, you know, another good reason not to eat them. I feel like there's a reason why you buy rations in town, is basically what I'm saying. We'll just drink that holy water, glug glug. So many bloodsuckers. There's a lot of bloodsuckers. I've been politely reminded that I have an appointment in a little while, which I'm cognizant of, and making sure that I have enough time to get to it. This stream will probably be over probably after this run, actually. Kenny Zip Code says, in D&D, which, man after my own heart, one of my notes is never eat or drink anything in a dungeon, no matter how harmless it appears to be. I can understand that, but I would say that it really depends on how you want to roleplay, because I currently play a character who discovered a fountain in the middle of a courtyard in a dungeon and just drank from it, and the water was fresh and delicious, very crisp. So, you know, depends on your style. You know, if your character is the kind of person who would drink water in the middle of a dungeon, then do it. And he wasn't like dying of thirst or anything. He was just like, wow, oh my gosh.
Gnawing uncertainty. The birthplace of dread.
I'm doing too much talking again. And I paid for it with a ton of stress. And the Crimson Curse. Shame on me. Shame, shame. It's okay though. This character doesn't have a name yet. So we could just pitch them off the side of a cliff. It'd be fine. How? Huh. Kenny says that you should not eat moss or a bowl of soup left on a monster's table. Gee, Nobleman Nick, do you think it's a good idea? I know Nobleman Nick is not in the chat right now. He's not watching, but he will see this on YouTube. And I'm just wondering, if he thinks eating a monster's food is a good idea. I'm real curious about his opinion on that matter. Okay, we got all the bugs down, but we did take a lot of stress for that. That was my own fault.
Foolish horrors, brought low and driven into the mud.
Well, we need to hang on to this torch, that's for sure. Bleedstone? Wait, why do we have this bleedstone? Get out of here. We'll take some crests. Chalice. What's ahead here? I don't need to go to that last room, actually. So, we took the shovel. I'm glad we had it for peace of mind, but we do not require it. I'm actually going to put it right there. Oh hey, a spare torch. How delightful. We're going to need that in a moment here. Not gotten to play Dungeons & Dragons in a long time there, Kenny, zip code. I actually play twice a week. I run a... I'm an idiot!
The path is clear. We require only the strength to follow it.
Why? As soon as I clicked it. Too much talking? I'm still getting used to this. It's okay, we have a scout up here, though. Maybe we'll find an extra torch. Oh my god. Woo! That was a roller coaster of emotion right there. Okay, okay. Put this over here. Put this over here. Don't touch it. Don't touch it. And since we scouted, may as well keep going down this hallway. Oh man. Fish carcass. Okay. Oh, man. Do not light that torch. Don't do it. Don't. It's getting kind of dark, but that's okay. Literally took my hand off the mouse. Of course, I have to put it back on in order to click that button, but... Don't count that score yet, because we are about to go on a wild ride. And I don't know if you've seen the previous episode. Maybe you have, maybe you haven't. But that was the first time we touched one of these things. And it was a bit of a ride. So now, we're going to go on another bit of a ride. In fact, it's such a ride, I'm actually going to switch my Vestal to healing abilities. We'll keep her in this position, but we're going to get rid of Illumination. And we're going to take Divine Comfort instead. What is that little icon? The icon tells you, like, the consequences of using it. I'm pretty sure that icon is completely unique. It does say place a torch if you crave the void. I wonder if that's supposed to be the void icon. Oh, wait a minute. Before I do this... That's right, that's right. We're going to scramble our party a little bit. Okay. Now it's time to press the Actually, no, it's not time to press the button. We're not going to need any of this food anymore. So we're going to heal everybody up. I'm taking as many precautions as I can possibly muster. Okay. Now, we press the button.
A star-spawned horror.
This is the Shambler. The Shambler is our friend. That's a lie. The Shambler is not our friend.
A devastating
Why not?
blow.
20% crit chance. Oh, there's nobody in the back. I was like, why can't I use these abilities? The Shambler is a star-spawned horror. I think I want to use another one of these, but who do I want to use it on? I think we're gonna put on our Vestal here.
Be gone, fiend.
Get rid of these Shambler sycophants before they start clapper clawing all over me. Oh god! It's fine, it's the first one. But yeah. Shambler likes to summon these little tentacle pod things, and they like to use clapper claw. And every time they do, it causes a little bit of stress, and it gives them huge buffs. And we're just gonna have to contend with that. You know, that is our life now. And also, the Shambler likes to inflict bleeds and blights and all of other sorts of fun things. Okay. Then we almost have everybody in position.
Another one falls.
There we go.
Decisive pummeling.
Decisive pummeling. Right, I forgot that it can shuffle dudes. Another Clapper Claw. Ow. The creatures it spawns look extra gross. Yep, that is for sure. Especially if you look at like the tentacles that form its like legs, quote quote, they have little like bug-like feelers coming off of them, pointing at you. Like the face I can handle, but that is weird. It's just plain weird. It has 33% prot and a fair amount of health. So yeah, it's resilient. But it doesn't have great blight or bleed resist. And that will be its downfall. The guy that got off a bunch of Clapper Claws and was super buffed up just perished.
Impressive.
Nice little crit there. Wait, that crit debuffed it? It debuffed its accuracy? Oh! Is that new? That feels new. I didn't know that that had a debuff attached to it. Has that been going on this whole time? Did I not notice that before? Because that's definitely new. I don't remember seeing that. But I've used this ability, so maybe it has. I have no idea. It's a gosh dang mystery. Mason face. Okay. We got it. We got him!
Another abomination cleansed from our lands. This expedition at least promises success.
And we got the Ancestor's Bottle. Gives you a lot of extra health. Alright, we did it.
Despite its morbid aspect, this twisted, cavernous maze seems almost traversable.
And we got a pile of crests. And we got a diseased Hellion. Ooh, that's a really good quirk, though. Fragile, faded, risk taker. That's our second.
In time, you will know the tragic extent of my failings.
Huh. That's a new event. I don't have the 30 shards though, so I cannot acquire it. That was neat to see though. Nice new event like that. Well, that will mark the end of the stream. But before I call it quits, we will be setting up for the next stream here. So we're gonna work on that disease. Anybody new here that I'd like to hire? I think we're going to just replace our currently heavily stressed and blood-cursed Vestal.
A sister of battle, pious and unrelenting.
Thanks, Armand. Bye.
Send this one to journey elsewhere, for we have need of sterner stock.
Boop, boop. Boop, boop. Not interested in level 0s still. So that's all good. Check the wagon. Checked. And then we look ahead. So what will we do next time? Ooh! Cool. So they did buff that too. I dig it. That's awesome. So we might try to go kill the Swine King, because I really just want to have this item. In fact, I feel rather strongly that we're going to try to kill the Swine King. Because I really want this item. So that's going to be the next plan. We're going to take down another boss. And perhaps, actually, that's a veteran mission. So when that's done, if we send some of these level 3s in, we'll have level 4s. And then when we have all these masters, then we can try to tackle the courtyard. Because I assume that they're going to be mostly blood-cursed individuals. Take them and start rooting through the courtyard. We have 12 invitations. I feel like the game didn't expect me to have a double-digit worth of invitations. But here we are. Alright, that is the plan. That's probably going to have to wait until... Well, I fly out tomorrow. So it could happen tomorrow morning, but if it doesn't, it's not going to get done until next week. So either see you tomorrow, or if not, hopefully see you next week. You know, you can always follow. You know, You can follow and find out when I'm streaming and come along for the ride. Kenny, if you hang out, I might name a character after you, you know? And then hopefully not murder you like I did with Abahur and Makon. Oops. But until then, thanks for watching. Have a good one. See ya, nerds. See ya.